We are making some almond croissant blondies, which really takes two favorites, a blondie and an almond croissant, and it marries them together into something absolutely delicious. Let's get started. The very first thing you want to do is get your oven preheated to 350. I have an 8 by 8 inch pan lined with some parchment paper and the sides sprayed with some nonstick cooking spray. And we're going to work on the base first, which is your blondie base. So to a large bowl, you're going to add granulated sugar and brown sugar. To it, you're going to add a very soft stick of unsalted butter, and you're just going to go ahead and cream that together. I'm just going to use a handheld electric whisk, but you can also just do this by hand. Make sure you scrape the sides of the bowl, and then go ahead and crack in 1 egg. And to that, I'm just going to go ahead and give it like 20 seconds to mix it together. Add in your flour, baking powder, and salt, and just mix to combine. I'm going to start it with my whisk, and I'll switch to my spatula. Take your mixture, place it in your prepared pan, and you're going to have to press that into your pan. And I find it easiest to do with your hands, but you're going to want to make sure your hands are either floured or they're wet. Otherwise, the batter is going to stick all over you. And this is what you do. You take your 4 fingers and you just dip it into some flour, and you just, see? And then it doesn't stick to you. And just do that sort of repeatedly until the whole thing is patted nice and evenly. Now we're gonna make like the Frangipane topping, the almond part, the almond custard part, if you will. Which is kind of similar to a crumble, but doesn't matter. You need some softened butter. I'm gonna use the same bowl with the same whisk. There's no need to get anything else dirty. To that, you're gonna add your sugar and butter, and you're gonna cream those together until combined. Add 1 egg. To the egg, you're going to add a splash of vanilla and the teeniest, and I do mean teeniest amount of almond extract. You can add more if you want it really assertive. I tend to think that a 1/4 teaspoon is perfect. It just kind of highlights the almond flavor, but it doesn't turn it into almond extract territory, because to me that tastes like potpourri. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a 1/4 teaspoon. If you like more, add a 1/2 teaspoon. Combine them together. And now you're gonna add in your ground almonds, a pinch of salt, and a teeniest, weeniest bit of flour. That's what you want it to look like. You see, it's thicker than a batter, but it's not necessarily a crumble, but it is divine. Add that right on top of your blondie base and just smooth it out. Sometimes I find it easier to turn to a spoon and just get that smoothed out the best you can. And then some sliced almonds on top. And this is gonna go into my preheated oven, 350, about 1/2 hour. You want the edges to really look set, and then you'll let them cool completely before we dive into them. And it's worth the wait, so don't cut them too early. My blondies baked for exactly 30 minutes. I let them cool for a bit. Truth be told, they're still warm, but if you could smell what my kitchen smells like right now, you'd understand why it's like taking everything in me not to just dive right in. And I do want you to let them cool completely for like the best texture, but honestly, best flavor of any baked good is when you eat them when they're slightly warm and just unbelievably fragrant and gorgeous. And I just can't wait for you to see what this looks like. Look at this. You know I have to go for a middle section. Please, just look at how chewy and incredible all of that looks. The nuts have toasted, so you get lots of texture. You get really wonderful nutty flavor. I kind of want to just break it apart so you can really see that? The base is just a golden brown perfection. Listen. Oh my gosh. They are sensational. Absolutely incredible. The amount of almond extract is perfect. I wouldn't go any higher than a 1/4 teaspoon. Texture, spot on. They are everything and more. You must run to laurainthekitchen.com to get the written recipe. Please make these this week because you will love them. Hope you enjoy spending time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh my goodness.